They can not only not use ORS, they cannot sell it from today.
When you go and ask for WHO recommend ORS, basically they give these drinks. Okay, so these drinks have anywhere from 8 to 10 times more sugar than the actual recommended sugar in WHO recommended formula ORS. You may ask me, what's the problem if there is so much sugar? People in India can understand the meaning of disclaimers. And a letter today saying that, see, this is jeopardizing the lives of children, and if I have submitted scientific proof for that, that minute the decision should have been taken.
Right.
It shouldn't have taken 8 years.
We have all done it. When a child falls sick, we reach for that familiar ORS tetra pack, believing we are doing the right thing. But what if we told you it wasn't really ORS? That those sweet flavored drinks could actually worsen dehydration and push children into danger instead of saving them. Well, for years, Dr. Sivaranjini Santhosh, a Hyderabad-based pediatrician, fought almost alone against powerful companies to stop this deadly confusion. Now, after an 8-year battle, the FSSAI has banned all packaged drinks from using the word ORS. We speak to Doctor about how this fight began, the lives it has already cost, and what this landmark decision means for every Indian parent. Hello and welcome, Doctor.
Thank you. Hello, Samiksha. And it's not just drinks, even foods.
Yeah.
So, foods, drinks, anything with ORS on the label with a prefix or suffix in the label or in the trademark is not allowed. Not allowed. ORS is a drug, and only drug controller can give permission.
Yes. So
it cannot be from FSSAI.
Yeah. So I wanted to start with your journey. Like, what was the moment or case that made you realize that something was seriously wrong with these so-called ORS drinks? And you have also spoken. You've also spoken about seeing dehydrated children being brought in even after being given these products. So could you also describe what you saw in those early cases?
So I never said that I saw them brought dead. So that's a small correction there.
Okay.
So I've observed that many kids after diarrhea, when we prescribed ORS, instead of improving, they were worsening and getting hospitalized. Unfortunately, no child died in my supervision because obviously when they were hospitalized, we did take care, right? In the under 5 age group in India, out of 100 deaths, 13 deaths are due to diarrhea.
Oh.
Okay. So ORS is a wonder drug. It's the wonder drug of 20th century. WHO recommended formula ORS, which should have 75 milliosmol per liter sodium, 75 milliosmol per liter glucose. Okay. And these two together take the water inside and they rehydrate the child. So children and people with diabetes can succumb to diarrhea faster than others. Okay. So when they get dehydrated, they go into shock. Their BP falls. And the oxygen supply to every organ of the body comes down and it can lead to death. Okay. So when somebody goes to a pharmacy or hospital or anywhere and asks for ORS, they have to give WHO recommended formula ORS. But what happened is these companies, and even glucon D-active ORS, all these companies have their trademark ORS in the trademark with a suffix or prefix. Okay, glucon D-active ORS also. And when you go to pharmacy, hospitals, schools, supermarkets, they're flooded with these things. You would have observed. You yourself would have observed. Some of your family's members might have suffered also because of this. Okay, so when you go and ask for WHO recommend ORS, basically they give these drinks. Okay, so these drinks have anywhere from 8 to 10 times more sugar than the actual recommended sugar in WHO recommended formula ORS. You may ask me, what's the problem if there is so much sugar? Yes, it pulls out water into the gut and worsens the diarrhea. So I'm going asking for a medicine to help my child recover, and I'm getting something deceptively, because of the deceptive label and deceptive marketing, I'm getting something which will worsen my child's condition and may potentially cause death. Right? So this would anger any parent. This would anger any pediatrician.
Right,
So
right.
I started raising awareness, but that wasn't enough. So in 2021, I wrote to CDSCO. After a couple of to and fro communications, they said it's not our job, it's FSSAI which has given permission. You reach out to them. Okay, fine. I reached out to them again, to and fro communication. Then I have written to the Central Health Minister also. And finally, on 8th April 2022, they have issued an order saying that none of the foods or drinks can have ORS on their label. The FSSAI has issued an order, had issued an order. But on 14th of July in the same year, they went back on that order. Why? Maybe pressure from the companies. I don't know. Okay. And they said, you can add disclaimer, this is not an ORS. You can add a disclaimer, this is not an ORS, and you can sell. How fair is that? Here there is ORS, and how many people in India can understand the meaning of disclaimers?
Correct.
And you're keeping them everywhere in pharmacies, hospitals. See, I don't have to say, every Indian can say this. That at least one member in their family would have had this experience. And later, I mean, this really boiled my blood. I mean, how can they do this? This is criminal.
Right, right.
So I filed a public interest litigation in Telangana High Court in the same year, in September. But that was also moving very slow, very slow. In September, and in February 2024, FSSA issued another order saying anybody can have ORS on their label as long as they can have a disclaimer. Then Glucon-D Active ORS was launched. Then Indo-ORS came into the market. They don't even have disclaimers. They don't even have disclaimers. Okay. Then one day before one of the hearings, court hearings, I got very emotional. I was feeling very dejected. I mean, I wasn't getting support from Indian Academy of Pediatrics also. That actually that association is supposed to take this matter up, and they were very indifferent to me. In fact, some of the members even mocked me. Okay, for taking this matter up. So, I mean, there was so much pressure, and I was feeling very sad, dejected, and I made an emotional video saying, I wish we win the case. So that video motivated so many doctors, pediatricians, mom influencers, parents, journalists, podcasters, everybody came together. They actually raised so much awareness about the real ORS, the real WHO recommended formula ORS. The real WHO recommended formula ORS. Okay, so I was glad that at least some awareness has come, but that wasn't enough, right? So all the rural areas, especially in the north, we couldn't still raise awareness. Then, so in this year, around the end of May or beginning of June, I've returned to JP Naddaji again and sent a copy to Modiji's office. And there I've attached a lot of proofs, letters, experiences of parents with these misleading labeled drinks, and case reports from pediatricians, documented case reports, and video evidence of, like, videos we have recorded. I have sent the pictures to the Minister Ji. Where our people have gone, asked for ORS, and they got this. They got this. Okay. So all these this evidence I've sent. Okay, and I was waiting that some action would happen. And recently, after the Madhya Pradesh cough syrup incident, where so many kids died because of the contaminant, I said, like, when will FSSAI wake up? How many children should die then for FSSAI to wake up for this? Then that video went viral, and it was covered by Times and some other channel. And the order came on 15th October. So what happened behind the scenes, I don't know. But the order came on 15th October and now nobody can use ORS on their labels. But I'm worried that these companies, to finish off their existing stock, they may get a stay order.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm worried about that. And I think the judiciary and the government should prioritize child health, public health, and child safety and public safety to their 200 or 300 crores. What do you say?
Yeah, you've spoken about your long battle. What kept you going all these years?
The anger, the pain, the anger and the pain that some companies for their business are playing with the lives of children of this country. The pain and the anger.
Okay. Did you ever face any kind of pressure from, direct or indirect from any corporations?
In the very beginning, this company people did send their representatives to ask me. They offered a speaker chance to be a speaker in one of the IAP conferences. I said, don't ever call me. You have children, right? How dare you call me for this? That is the only time. Threats wise, no direct threat from any company, but in my social media, a lot of fake accounts ridiculing me, saying how much did the other companies with WHO recommended formula ORS pay you to do this kind of messages, and messages like good people in India will be killed, people working for a good cause will be killed in India kind of messages.
You also spoke about how this is not just a medical issue, but also a regulatory failure. What loopholes in India's system allowed such products to exist for so long?
I don't know, because if I had written a letter today saying that, see, this is jeopardizing the lives of children, and if I had submitted scientific proof for that, that minute the decision should have been taken.
Right.
It shouldn't have taken 8 years. So I don't know what loopholes.
So
But
what
it's
do
a
you?
sad state of affairs.
Yeah,
It's a very sad state of affairs.
yeah. So, this how do you see this ban being implemented on ground? Like, how can parents know what's safe for their children and what's not?
So now seeing this video and so many videos which have gone viral, parents will know that these are not safe, especially to give during diarrhea for their children. But they have to make sure, government has to make sure it implements the order. And from all pharmacies, this should go away. But the problem will be the company will try to finish off its existing stock.
Correct,
So
correct.
the government has to be firm on it.
Yeah. Also, after like cough syrup, ORS, these are so commonly used in an Indian household that it do you think that as parents, we like as a community also we need to rethink before giving medicines to our children and visit a doctor and check it once or twice before,
So
giving normal medicines as well?
two levels this is. One is the parents, the other is the doctors, third is the drug regulatory authority, right? First of all, drug regulatory authority should not give permissions for so many confusing names and so many confusing irrational combinations and so many strengths like drops, syrup. It's very confusing. Same name with one extra letter here and there. So the medicine, the composition will be different. And the same drops and syrup, composition will be different. So the chance of accidental overdosing is very, very high.
Okay.
And other thing is, if we write generic names and the brand is of low quality, then that's also a danger, right? So they have to ensure very good quality control, such good quality control that we don't need to write brand names at all, only generic name. Okay, so they have to, and better they go for single drug formulations and only one particular strength and strictly only with doctor's prescription, no over the counter medication, and parents should not rush every time to pharmacy and just give off this medicine. They have to know the first aid, be thorough with the first aid. Only if the child is really sick, they should go meet the doctor and follow the prescription and should not make it a habit to repeat the prescriptions. And always check the expiry date, check the composition, check the dose, and do not leave the medicines lying around everywhere because accidental overdosing can happen and that's very dangerous.
Right. So after such a long battle now, you have finally won. It's a small win, or actually a big win. So what this moment means for you personally and professionally?
When I saw the news, I just got so emotional. I just couldn't stop few hours because the pressure I took on myself for this to happen was humongous. The pressure my family took seeing me like that. But now I'm more relaxed. I'm very happy. I'm very thrilled because this verdict, as my sir said, today my professor called me, my HOD, Srinivasan sir, he called me and said, Sivaranjini, it's not just India, Indian children that you helped. All the countries around in the Indian subcontinent, this is going to have an effect. They will know what is the right ORS. They will know that WHO recommended formula ORS is the right ORS that you need to give to your children.
Right.
So in India, we have two formulations, two types of sachets. One is a 4-gram one and one is a 20-gram one. So parents should know that the 4-gram one should be dispersed in 200 ml water and the 20-gram one in 1 liter water, and it can be used for the next 24 hours. So, and anyway, they should make it a habit to read the label. It will be there clearly mentioned in the local language as well, regional language. I'm feeling very happy, very thrilled, very relieved, but very apprehensive also that these companies will try to get a stay on this and government has to stand firm and say, no, you can't try to dispose of your stock. We can't put children's lives at risk just because you have to dispose of your stock.
Correct. Thank you so much, Dr. Santhosh. And I hope that India gets more doctors like you who are as resilient. And the
There
road
are
is
many
long.
doctors like that.
I
There
know,
are
I
many
know.
doctors like that.
Yeah. Congratulations and great work. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you like this video, please log on to the Indian Express's YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe.